Hello and welcome to Written Words. I'm Helen, and as we approach the Christmas season, I would like to share with you a poem that is often read around this time of year. The poem's title doesn't sound particularly Christmassy. It's called In Memoriam by Alfred Tennyson. It's a very long poem which Tennyson wrote over a period of several years. And he wrote it to mourn the loss of his very good friend Arthur Henry Hallam, who died at the very young age of 22. Hallam and Tennyson were very good friends, and Hallam was engaged to be married to Tennyson's sister Amelia. So, needless to say, his passing was a tragic event in Tennyson's life, and writing this poem was one of his ways of trying to come to terms with the death of his friend. As the title suggests, the overall theme of the poem is mourning and loss, and it's said to have been a favourite of Queen Victoria. It was also written at a time of increasing conflict between religion and science, and Charles Darwin's The Origin of Species was published 9 years after this poem was published. So there is a lot of questioning and seeking and soul-searching in this poem. But despite the questioning of deep religious belief, the conclusion of this poem is in favour of the existence of God, but perhaps in a slightly different light to the way Tennyson understood these things previously. So why is this poem so popular at Christmas time? Its structure is loosely based around 3 Christmas episodes. And these episodes mark the passing of time, the passing of the years since his friend's passing. And the last of these 3 episodes is the one that is particularly popular around Christmas time. It offers a slightly different angle to the usual Christmas poems. Tennyson talks about the ringing of the church bells. And with the ringing of these bells, Tennyson wishes that everything bad in the world will be gone and a better world might come in its place. A sentiment that is as relevant today as it was in 1850. So here is the section called Ring Out Wild Bells from In Memoriam by Alfred Tennyson. Ring out, wild bells, to the wild sky, the flying cloud, the frosty light. The year is dying in the night. Ring out, wild bells, and let him die. Ring out the old, ring in the new. Ring, happy bells, across the snow. The year is going, let him go. Ring out the false, ring in the true. Ring out the grief that saps the mind, for those that here we see no more. Ring out the feud of rich and poor. Ring in redress to all mankind. Ring out a slowly dying cause and ancient forms of party strife. Ring in the nobler modes of life with sweeter manners, purer laws. Ring out the want, the care, the sin, the faithless coldness of the times. Ring out, my mournful rhymes, but ring the fuller minstrel in. Ring out false pride in place and blood, the civic slander and the spite. Ring in the love of truth and right. Ring in the common love of good. Ring out old shapes of foul disease. Ring out the narrowing lust of gold. Ring out the 1,000 wars of old. Ring in the 1,000 years of peace. Ring in the valiant man and free, the larger heart, the kindlier hand. Ring out the darkness of the land. Ring in the Christ that is to be.